So hi and welcome back to another wellbeing film for ATTFE. I'm Ken and I'll be your instructor for the next 15 to 20 minutes. Today we're going to do some Qigong, so some breath work or energy work. We're going to be working with, Qigong, Tai Chi, they're based around traditional Chinese medicine. Traditional Chinese medicine is a 5 elemental medicine. The 5 elements being fire, water, wood, earth and metal. We're going to work with the 5 elements today. We're going to do some Qigong, some breathing exercises, and we're going to be doing what's called the 5 syllables Qigong. So we're going to be mouthing some sounds as well, and we're going to be working with our internal organs. Okay, so let's get into this though. So you're standing with your feet about the same distance as your hips or your shoulders. Your feet are parallel to each other, so the same distance between the inside of the big toes, heels and the knees. Keep that slight bend in your knees. Imagine you have a long ponytail on the top of the head. Imagine this is tied up to the ceiling. So you have the feelings of you're suspended from above. You're pushing your sacrum forwards or pulling the sacrum forwards, but it feels like it's hanging down from that suspension from above. And feel like you're sitting down as well. So with the top of the legs meet the buttocks, you have this groove, the gluteal sulcus. Feel as if you're tucking under and sitting down onto a high stool. And releasing and relaxing your legs like you would if you were sitting down onto a high stool. So you're not locking your legs out, you're not sitting just into the joints, into the bones. You're not sinking too low, you're not just sitting into the muscles. You're sitting into that connection between the muscles and the bones. Okay, head as if suspended from above. Keep a small gap underneath each armpit. You can keep the tongue on the roof of the mouth. I know I'm going to be talking all the way through this, but keep your tongue on the roof of the mouth. And we're just going to do a little bit of a warm-up. I think it's important to do a bit of a loosening up exercise before you go, a bit of a loosening up exercise before you get into the slower Qigong, more meditative movements here. So we're just going to do a little bit of a warm-up. So I want you to drop the weight of the body down onto your right leg. You can mirror me here and just start to swing your right arm. Just turn your waist, swinging your arm. Turning your waist. Swinging your arm. Your arm's just swinging on your shoulder. Just letting go of control of the shoulder. Your arm is just swinging on the shoulder. You're not doing this, so it's not a shoulder movement. You're just turning your waist. Turning your waist. Pushing the arm forward. Turning your waist. And push over onto the other side. Get this going on your left side here. So you have a straight line down from your left earlobe all the way down through the very center of the left foot. You have a good central axis. Arm swinging. Just relax your shoulders. Just let your arms swing. The shoulders are one of those places where we do hold on to lots of unneeded tension, like we're carrying the weight of the world around on our shoulders. So we do a lot of work in Tai Chi and in Qigong, traditional Chinese medicine, to release the tensions that unneeded tensions people carry around in their shoulders. And push over and get this going on both sides now. So you're pushing. So you brought yourself to the center now. So you have a straight line down from the top of the head down to the midpoint in between your 2 feet. Just turning on that center axis, like you're taking a brisk walk with your feet stuck to the spot. And brisk walk with your feet stuck to the spot. You're just turning your waist. Just turning your waist, moving from your center, moving from an area that we call the dantian in Tai Chi, an area that's about 3 fingers below the belly button and in the center of the body. A fist-sized ball, about 3 fingers below the belly button and in the center of the body. The dantian, the field of the elixir of immortality. It is an energy center. It's the place where they say in traditional Chinese medicine we do the internal alchemic work, if you believe in this stuff, but it's also your center of gravity there. Just drop your mind, your awareness, your thoughts, your intent, your breath, everything down into that area about 3 fingers below the belly button and in the center of the body. So let your awareness of everything resonate out and in towards your center. Put this into both arms in front of you at the same time, both arms behind you at the same time. Make sure you're not doing this oscillation with the hips and the pelvic area. You're just bouncing up and down ever so slightly. That's oscillation as well, isn't it? But make sure the pelvic area is not swinging like a pendulum. Not swinging like a pendulum. Make sure you're not excessively curving in the lower back. Make sure you're not sticking your chest out. Make sure your head's not bobbing forwards and backwards as you do this. Really have the feeling as if you're going to jump here, as if you're going to jump. Well, you can if you want. You can jump up in the air. But I'm not going to do it in this film. Take your arms out to the side. Arms out to the side. Arms out to the side. Okay, and then just let this settle down. Oh, let this settle down. Let it settle down. Okay, so we're getting to the breathing exercise. So let's make sure that we are breathing efficiently, effectively. We're not doing shallow breathing. So I want you to place one hand onto your chest, the other hand onto the belly. Either hand, it doesn't matter which one. Breathing in. You want the hand on your belly to rise with the in-breath. Breathing out, the hand on the belly falls with the out-breath. Breathing in, you don't want a major rising and falling of the hand on the chest. You might get a very slight lifting and falling of the hand on the chest. Make sure it's not really big, not really pronounced, and definitely make sure the shoulders are not moving with the rhythm of the breath. Really feel like you're breathing into that area that's about 3 fingers below the belly button and in the center of the body. Imagine that ball starts off about the size of a golf ball, and as you breathe into it, feel it grow to about the size of your fist. Breathing out, it shrinks. Breathing in, it grows. And it's this ball growing and shrinking in your lower abdomen that pushes the hand away from the belly. But it's a ball, so it goes in all directions, so you should feel it pushing towards your back as well. So take the hand off your chest and place the back of the hand onto your lower back. Just the back of the hand. Don't struggle with the palm there. It tends to tense up the shoulder when you use the palm. So the back of the hand. And as you breathe in here, want the hand on the belly and now the hand on your lower back to rise, or to move away from the body with the in-breath. Breathing out moves back in towards the body with the out-breath. The hand on the back doesn't move as much as the hand on the belly, but you want to feel this movement in the back here. Which if you hold lots of tension and got excessive curvature or lordosis in the lower back, you won't feel any movement there. So pelvic area is pushed forwards, sitting down, breathing in. So this is deep diaphragmic breathing. You're engaging your diaphragm. The diaphragm is the sheet of muscles, the dome-shaped sheet of muscles that separates the abdominal cavity from the thoracic cavity. And it should invert, move up and down as you're breathing. But the tensions we hold onto our body, and the stresses in life, can mean that the diaphragm gets tensed up and the breath just creeps up into the chest. So we're making sure we're breathing efficiently. This is how we come into the world breathing. If you watch babies breathing, you automatically do this abdominal breathing. Nice deep abdominal breathing. Shouldn't be able to hear the breath. The breath should be nice and light. Okay, so we're going to do the 5 syllables Qigong. Okay, again, we're working with the 5 elements of fire, water, wood, earth and metal. And with the 5 elements you can have productive cycle or a destructive cycle. Productive cycle is where one element feeds the next element. So if you put wood onto fire, the fire gets bigger. Yeah. Destructive cycle is if the following element it destroys the other element. So if you have fire, you follow it with water. Water will extinguish fire unless it's a massive fire and only a tiny bit of water. Then that's a different part of a different kind of alchemy there. But we're going to work with a productive cycle. We're going to start with the wood element, and the different elements you could associate them with different organs inside the body. You have a yin and a yang organ there. And the wood element is associated with your liver. The liver is it's on your right hand side of the body. It's your largest internal organ. The liver has over 500 functions inside your body. The liver works that hard for you that it creates about 30% of the heat of the whole body. So we're going to do some syllables. And we're going to be mouthing some words. So we're not going to be saying them out loud. We're just going to do them quite in a breathless way. Okay. And the first sound we're going to do is for the liver. It's going to be show. Like show. The show must go on. Okay. And as you're mouthing this word, you're not going to say it out loud. You're going to go show. And you can imagine you're breathing warm air out from your liver. Okay, so using your mind intent, so throw away that disbelief. So you'll know about again this time. Okay, just try it. Imagine you're breathing warm air out from your liver, and this is said to release any unresolved or unexpressed emotions that we might be holding on inside the body. And the liver is the place where in traditional Chinese medicine they say that we hold on to unresolved or unexpressed anger, and they believe that if you don't express this in a positive way, not in like a violent way, but if you don't express your anger, then that can fester inside and become something physical. So it's really important to express your emotions or to release your emotions, not hold on to them and let them fester inside and turn into something more, something substantial, something physical. Okay, and we have a exercise for this as well. So what you're going to do, you're going to grip the floor with the big toes. The big toes is where the liver meridians end. The meridians are the lines of energy inside the body that the chi travels through. And they said that the liver meridians, they finish in the big toes. And you're going to imagine you have like pieces of string on your middle fingers, pulling them up. Okay, so tongue on the roof of the mouth, breathing in, grip the floor with the big toes, raise your hands up, and breathing out, relax the big toes, lower your hands down and do the shoo. Imagine you're breathing warm air out from your liver. Breathing in, grip the floor with the big toes. Imagine you have pieces of string on the middle fingers, pulling them up. And breathing out. Breathing warm air out from the liver. Breathing in, grip the floor with the big toes. Imagine the middle fingers are being pulled up by pieces of string. And breathing out. Breathing warm air out from the liver. Breathing in. And again, it's quite breathless with making the sound as you breathe out the show. It's like if you've tried to fog up a piece of glass or a piece of mirror so you can draw your name on it or draw a smiley face. It's that kind of breathless out breath. Show. With audible show. Breathing in. Breathing out. Okay, so that's the liver. So in a productive cycle, you put wood onto a fire, the fire gets bigger. The fire element associated with the heart. It's in the centre, but more to the left side of the centre, everybody there. And the word for this one, or the syllable for this one is her. Like the female her, but without the R in the end, but it's not he, it's her. Okay, this one, we're not gripping the floor with the big toes. Just imagine you have pieces of string on the little fingers this time, pulling them up. So the heart, you have a yin and a yang organ when it comes to these things. The yang organ is the heart, the yin organ is the small intestine. Okay, but this one we're going to imagine breathing warm air out from your heart. So breathing in. Feel as if the little finger's being pulled up by pieces of string, and then breathing out. Breathing warm air out from the heart. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. So the emotions associated with the heart, I think we know them now. Love, unrequited love. It can be joy as well. We do, especially as Brits, we do hold on to our emotions and we don't express joy. And again, if we don't express this, or we don't let it out, it can fester inside and become something negative, turn into something physical, an ailment with the heart. Keep concentrating, don't let your mind wander. One of the reasons I talk so much when I do films and when I teach is to keep people engaged, mind where they are. The mind's not wandering off into planning or thinking about the future, staying present, even if it's just being annoyed at my voice. It is being present, so it is. Being present is one of the major goals of meditation. So it makes these moving meditative practices. Okay, the next one. You put wood onto a fire, the fire gets bigger, and then you burn the wood, you get ash, so earth. So we're going to go on to the earth element now. The earth element is associated with your spleen and your stomach. Stomach and spleen, things like not being grounded, not being supported, not feeling stable, emotions all around those kind of things. The word here is show her who, like an owl, who. This one, you imagine you're breathing warm air out from your spleen. Your spleen is your largest concentration of lymphatic tissue underneath your left arm and ribs here, your spleen, or the largest concentration of lymphatic tissue when in adults. We have the thymus until we're hit puberty, then that atrophies and produces very few, if any, lymphocytes. So breathing, palms face towards each other. In fact, we'll have the fingers pointing towards each other here. Palms face towards the floor. Take a breath in. Breathe out, push up with your left hand, push down with your right hand, and do the who. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing warm air out from the liver. And you're not stretching here. I know my hand's probably going out of shot, on one of the cameras at least. My palm is facing up. One palm faces up, one palm faces down. Breathing in. Make sure you're not sticking the chest or the ribs out, you're not curving in the lower back. You're not stretching here, you're lengthening, not stretching. So you put wood onto a fire, the fire gets bigger, you get ash, earth, and from the earth forms oil. In ores and in precious metals you have metal. So there's metal element associated with your lungs. Emotions, fear associated with the lungs there. You know, when you're scared, your breath can get taken away. So, and the word here is hiss. So it's hiss without the HI at the start. So it's just hiss. And this one you're just going to push out to the side like you're pushing lift doors open. Or for the Americans, elevator doors. Okay, so breathing in. Breathing warm air out from the lungs. Breathing in. And again, not stretching. Breathing in. Like pushing lift doors open, or like Samson in the Colosseum, pushing those pillars down. So for all the body structure configuration you would need to push, lift doors open. Okay, and the last one, the water element. When turning ore or making ores into metals, there you get steam, so water element, and then the water element feeds wood like on a plant, so you've got a productive cycle going around. So the water element, kidneys in the lower back here. Kidneys in the lower. We're going to have our feet a little bit closer together in this one. Feet are a little bit closer together. Keep the feet flat on the floor. Keep your knees along the toes. We're going to go down into a bit of a squat here. Make sure you don't stick your bum out. You don't excessively curve in the lower back or stick the chest or the ribs out here. Keep small gaps underneath each armpit. The word here is shui. So way with a CH at the start. Okay. What we're going to do, we're going to go down as far as is comfortable for you. So take a breath in. Just bring that going down. Shui. You can incline ever so slightly forwards here. Breathing in. Bring yourself up. Breathing out. Shui. But again, make sure you're not excessively curving in the lower back. Breathing in, so you really feel it in the kidney area. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, I'll give you a side view to this camera. Breathing warm air out from the kidneys and the lower back. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And breathing in. Okay, it's quite demanding on the legs, that one, so we'll finish there. So just give your hands a rub. Give your hands a rub. Give the kidneys a little rub. Give the kidneys in the lower back a rub. Rub your belly. Rub the belly, shoulders, rubbing down the body. Being mindful of where you're rubbing. Pay special attention to any areas that need a good rubbing. Or any areas in the body that need some TLC, give them a really good rub. Pay special attention to them. Rubbing down. And we can finish there. So the 5 syllables, working with the 5 elements. Yeah, give them a go. Rewind the film. I know it's not film. We'll go back to the beginning, watch it again, and I will see you in the next film. So I will say goodbye for now.